would like. Oh, this silly camera now won't twizzle round. Oh, that'll have to do. I can't get it to work. Right. I'll just set up as per you, so it won't be a minute. So, hello there, Missy Popo. Hello there, Angie. Hello there, Jenny. Hello there, Julie. Hello there, Max. And do that one. Come on, the computer. There we go. That's that bit done. Oh, there's a load of you coming now. Hello there, Teresa and Carol. I made it. Whoop, whoop. Hi there, Janet. Hi, Linda. Hello there, Helen B. Right. Right. Let me gather my bits together, because I have just laid on my bed for an hour and 15 minutes. My back was aching like mad from being sat in this chair all day. So I've got my cards, I've got my envelopes, I've got my paper, and I've got my fabric off to the side, put my glue out the way, put my tab punch away, have a slurp of my cup of tea. Ooh, hi there, Angie. Howdly doodly Pat. Howdy, y'all. How tall, y'all? Okay, I'm just being silly now. I think I'm past that point now. You know, when you get tired and then you get silly because you're tired. Oh, heck. Got a bit of ribbon stuck to the bottom of my cup of tea. It's no good. Now, as I say, I haven't made a prototype of this one up. So we're making it up as we go along on this one. And I hope it's a bit better, Mrs. Carroll. No, don't even go there. So thank you for the thought, but let's not go there. Carol says, I work with kids. I know that feeling. I love that, Maureen. Well, fancy meeting you all here. No, it's amazing, isn't it? Seems like only a few hours ago that we were all chatting with each other. Okay, so I'm going to be saying to you guys, right, what do you think we should do next on this? Okay, so here's the idea. If I can remember what I thought of now. So I've got two of the long cards, one cream, one brown. What I thought was that they could be joined together in the middle. So we're going to have some. Oh, are they different sizes? Ooh, need to trim the brown one down slightly bigger. Let's do that. Hey up, who's had my paper trimmer? Oh, it's there behind me. It's behind you. It's only a smidge, look, it's only a smidge bigger, but ooh, it's bigger. So let's just take a smidge off that. You watch. Now this one will be a smidge smaller than that one. It is. At this rate, I'll keep chopping away, and there'll be no left. That one is a smidge. Smidge of a smidge. I am spending now the rest of this week in bed. After tonight. Okay. They're now the same size. Slooby-dooby-dooby-doo. So yes, I'm thinking of putting a piece of fabric between these two, so that will then close like that. That will then close like that, and then they will then close like that. With me so far? Good, because that's as far as I got. Then I wanted to incorporate the envelopes. Now, bearing in mind the envelopes are bigger than the cards. So they will go like that. But there'll be a piece of fabric wrapped around there. So do I want to attach these envelopes on the back like so? Like so. So that you open the envelope, that'll be attached to that. That will then flip open to reveal them. That will then go, come on, like that. And then that envelope will be attached to that. And then that will close like that. And then it'll form a booklet. Did you get all of that? Oh, Brenda, can I come with you? Brenda's just said, I'm leaving Tuesday and spending the week on the beach. I've not done that in years. Years and years and years. Linda's doing 5-hole pamphlet stitch on my first of today's projects to finish it off. Well done, you. Julie says, this looks way too complicated for me. Maureen said it's as clear as mud. Teresa said, yes, ta-da. Ta-da! Cindy says, looks complicated. Right, okay. It'll become clear. It'll become clear. In fact, I might add paper rather than the fabric. So, we've got our two cards and we're opening them up like that. And I'm going to put, I'll tell you what, let's put the micropore on for now, because then I can cover that over with paper later, can't I? So let's use the wide micropore. So we'll put you half and half. And yes, Susan, Missy Popo, I'm using micropore. What is micropore, I ask you? Does anyone know what this micropore thing is that Carol uses? Oh, look, the sun's out again and it's giving me silly shadows. Okay, I'm going to leave a bit of a gap. About 1/4 of an inch-ish. Come on, get lined up. Thank you. About 1/4 of an inch-ish gap. Oh, we're going for a 1/2 inch gap at the bottom, apparently. Ooh, stop moving. Moving. Right. Start again. Do it that way on. Quarter of an inch-ish, Carol. And the card keeps moving. Stop moving. Right, so we're 1/4 of an inch-ish at that top end. Let's see where we're at the bottom. Yeah, 1/4 of an inch-ish at the bottom. Sorry, 1/8 of an inch, not 1/4 of an inch. Talking at my backside. Okay, And then I'm going to flip that over, and I'm going to do the tape on the back to just hold it in place for now. See, that's easy enough to understand, isn't it? Isn't it though? Do you mean every girl for herself, Maureen? Okay, so they're now joined together so that we can do that. And then that. If I didn't leave the gap between the two cards, I wouldn't be able to fold them in together. See, look, she's put up what is microbar. Okay, I've left enough room there, so if I do that and then I do that, so then I could do, so that's going to be like that. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. And then that will be like that. Okay, and then that will be like that. Okay, right. So we've joined those two cards together with your 1/8 of an inch gap in between the two, and then we're going to close them closed and then close them together. Then I'm going to spin it round so that it's on the cream side. Then I'm going to get the envelope, and I'm going to attach that flap to that card. All's fair in love and vacations. Oh dear. So I'm just putting glue on the top edge of the flap, and I'm covering it all over. Now if it all goes horribly wrong, just say to yourself, it is only paper. Okay. And then we're going to sit that envelope so that the edge meets this edge here, so that when we open the envelope, it opens up, because that flap is attached to that card and we've got access to that pocket. With me so far? We'll blame the live. I love that. Thanks. Oh dear. Okay, then we're going to flip the whole thing over. Go to the brown card. And then we're going to get this envelope. Take that bit of gunk off. So this flap is going to sit on top of that brown card. So we're going to cover all of that in glue. Now, isn't it funny how I have come on less confident about the project because I haven't done a prototype, and you have all adopted that attitude as well. And yet so far, everything that I've shown you was dead easy to do. Mind games. Mind games. Take away those negative thoughts, Julie. Right now. Right, so I'm going to put that flap now on there. So I'm going to line the edge of the envelope up here with the edge of the card there. So flip it over and plonk that on there like that. Just like that. So that when I open it up, there we go. And we've got access to that pocket there, and that will close. So flip the whole thing over. Them's honest thoughts, Mrs. Boss, not negative. Yeah. Whatevs. Maureen, I'm very confident it'll all go wrong. Oh, do you know, what are you lot like? It's done. We've done it. That was it. Done. So you could do this with any size card, any size envelope, so long as the envelopes match with the card. Okay, because the envelopes are fractionally bigger than the cards themselves. Okay, so we open that up, we've got access to the envelope. We flip the card open, and those open out like that. Ta-da! And then we flip that one over, and we've got access to the pocket there. And then we shut that, and that's the back of the cover. There you go. See? That's all there is to it. Should we do it with the 2 gold cards? I've got 2 gold cards left, which I don't like them gold cards. So we'll do it with the gold ones, the smaller ones. Oh no, I haven't. I've only got 1. I think I've got 2. I've got 1 envelope. Let me just see if I've got another gold one in my other pack. If not, I'm going to go and open another pack. No, I'm just getting another pack. I shall not be long. Talk amongst yourselves a minute. Okay, I've had a change of plan. I'm going to get 2 other envelopes and cards. One envelope, 2 envelopes. Where's the blooming cards gone? There you go. Okay, different one. Oh, there we go, that'll do. Just in case Tracy wants that other kit, because there's 1 left. Right. So, one has here 2 goldy coppery envelopes and 2 goldy coppery, with crinkled edges, card. Just see if the one further down's a bit better quality. My corner's got snubbed. Are they all stubbed? It's a bit disappointing. We'll use them 2 instead of them 2. Right, let's see if you were paying attention. What do I need to do first? I've got 2 envelopes, 2 cards. What do I need to do? Come on, this is a craft along. You're like, it's been a long day, Carol, we can't think. You ought to have been this side of the screen. Right, so I've got 2 cards, 2 envelopes. So Julie said, micro-pour the cards together. Make sure that they're the same size. They are. Teresa, stick your cards together with micro-pour, says Carol. Fold the cards, says Sharida. Angie says pray. She's been a smarty pants. In fact, there it is. I was wondering where I'd put my micro-pour. Okay, so I'm going to open these cards up so that they open opposite ways onto each other. Okay, put that one to the side for a minute. Turn that one around. Ooh, hair. And then put the micropore on. Trim off the excess. Ready you. Okay, so I'll put my micropore on that side. I'm going to flip it over to make it easier. And we're going to leave about 1/8 of an inch between the two. There we go. Okay, so we've now got this gap between the two. And then I'm going to use this colour micropore over the top because it kind of matches more with the gold. Again, you could use washi tape if you wanted. You could use your magic tape because that will be clear. A bit beyond and trim it off. Okay, got rid of that bit there. Put them over the side. Okay, next bit. What do we do now? Carol says, do we get gold stars if we're right? She loves the sticker. Angie says, I see a worldwide shortage of micropore in the cards. Hey boss, is that fancy micropore in your Amazon shop? I think I've put them all in the Amazon store, yeah. Micropore isn't the same as Scotch tape, but this magic tape is Scotch tape, but this is magic Scotch tape. That's what it's called, magic, because it's got this frosted kind of look to it so that you can write on it. It's not shiny. It's not shiny sellotape. It's not shiny Scotch sellotape. Attach the envelopes to the outside. So if we fold these cards in and then fold them in together and then place it face down. Now what do I do? So you're saying attach envelopes. What, do I just stick them on top? What do I do? I'm just waiting for you all to tell me what I've got to do. Do you give in? This is testing your knowledge now, as if you, to see if you were all watching earlier. Glue the outside of the flap. Okay, so glue the outside of the flap, yeah? Remember that if you'd written all of these down as instructions for yourself, this is what you'd be telling yourself. And then you'll be looking at it later thinking, what the heck? What? Maureen, put it in the bin. I love your positivity. Right, so I'm going to lay this envelope down so that the flap opens to the right. And then I'm going to put glue on that flap. Maybe fold in the corners to make corner pockets. Look, you're all being silly now. So I'm putting glue all over that flap. And then I'm going to pick the envelope up. I'm going to spin everything round just to make it easier to see. Pick the whole thing up and flip that over and line the edge of the envelope up with the edge of the card. Making sure, because the envelope's bigger, that you've got the same distance at the top and at the bottom between the edge of the card and the edge of the envelope. Okay, turn it back around the right way so that when we open it up, that envelope flap is attached to the card. Okay, so we're going to close that back up and I'm going to flip it over. Then I'm going to get this envelope so that the flap now opens out to the left. Put that down and put glue all over that flap. That's why there are replays. Okay, going to turn it again to make it easier. Then I'm going to lift that whole envelope up, flip it over, and line it up with the edge of the card again. Okay, turn it round, flip it over. So this is the front. So that when you open it up, you've got access to the envelope. You flip the card open, and then you've got these two cards that open up. Then you flip that card shut, and you've got access to that envelope, and that closes, and that's the back cover. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We see, like I said to you before, if you do a little bit, watch the video and then pause it, do that bit, then pause it, do that bit and then pause it. Well, look, I've lost the ones I did now. There. Okay, so we're going to want something on the front cover, but we'll leave that for a bit. We'll open this up. Because we've now got this horrible flap here, we now want a piece to go on there. But what we need to decide is, do we want it to be just a flat piece of paper or do we want it to be a pocket? So you decide, flat piece of paper or a pocket. We might not always go with majority rules before Julie complains. So, flat piece of paper or a pocket. So we've got pocket, please. Gotta love a pocket. Carol's put pocket, never enough pockets. Janet's put pocket, we love a pocket. Linda says pocket. So far we're going with pockets. Oh, Helen. Helen said a flat piece of paper. Julie says pocket. Mark USA says pockets. Does that go with that? I think it does, by Jiminy. Oh, I don't know what you're supposed to do. I'm listening and not watching and driving and taping my earbuds and talking, and I'm going to be so... Okay. If we were going to add a pocket on this, you need to decide whether you want a top-loading pocket or belly band. Shut up, Maureen. You've been here too long. You've lost the plot. If we decide to do a top-loading pocket, that's going to be quite a long pocket and quite a big piece to fill. But you could make a really big tag to put inside of it. If we have it as a side-loading pocket, we're more likely to be able to use it a lot easier and maybe get a couple of tags, a couple of journaling cards in there. So I would say we're probably going to be better off having a side-loading pocket. One thing I would say, though, where this envelope flap is here, whenever you put anything inside your pocket, it's going to catch on that paper, and you'll be like, why isn't it going in? It's because it's catching on this. So again, this is where the micropore comes into play, because it just helps. Let's use the narrow one. It just helps to soften the edge, and your paper will slide over the top of that. So let me find the end. Now we could be here some time with this, because I think I've gone round twice already. Oh, that could be it there. Yes, yes. Is it? Is it? I think it is. Yes, I think so. Oh, come on. Ooh. Okay, we'll take that first round off. There. So I am just going to put some micropore over the edge of the envelope onto the card, just to help to soften that paper edge. Because now when you run your hand in, it just runs over the top. Because if I run my hand over that, it's catching on the edge of that envelope. Now, some people might think, oh, what a faff. But sometimes that little extra faffy bit makes all the difference. Okay. Pencil. Because I'm not measuring. At this time of night, I'm not measuring. So I want to measure where I want my pocket to be. So I want it to there. And I'm doing it to there. Not that really I've been measuring all day, have I? I've lost my pencil mark. There it is. Okay. So this is a little bit like Build-A-Bear, but it's Build-A-Journal. So that could go on there. And we've got just a little bit of a gap between the edge of the card and the pocket. So I think I'm going to trim it down, and I'm going to use that line that's there as my guide. I'm going to take it down a little bit further. Oh, who's that? Almost there. I don't know what that means. Okay, so now I've got a little bit better access. I could cut a small arc out of there. I could place this other bit of paper on top to then make a double pocket, or let me just text my brother to let him know that I'm, because otherwise I can see what's going to happen. They're going to end up calling oh, I know what he's doing. Okay, it's all right, they're not calling. Sunday is the day that we normally speak to my mum on the phone. So I could put another piece on top of there to form another pocket. And in fact, I know what I'm going to do. Let me stick this one in place first. Okay, because I'll get confused. Okay, let's ink the edge of this one up. Keep you out. I think I'm going to need you. Okay, so I'm going to put glue around the three sides. So obviously I want the fourth one open for a pocket. Ooh, it's sliding. Slip sliding away. There we go. And then we can put that one on there like that. Right, so we're up to nearly to the edge of the fold of the envelope, but not quite. We've got a little bit of a gap at the top and at the bottom, and we've got access to the pocket from the side. Hang on, what's that? She's having us on. Who's having us on? Oh, I don't know what them lot are on about. Now, I've got behind me here somewhere. Yep, there we go. I've got my lace digital kit, haven't I? I don't know if these are going to be long enough after all that. Oh, fiddler diddler dee. Oh, they're not long enough. Oh, that's a shame. No. Oh, fiddlesticks. I have to think of something else now. No. No. No, no. Okay, scrap that idea. We're going to use a different paper, and I'm going to put another pocket on top. Let's find one that goes with this. Huh. There you go. There you have it. So I reckon if we do it to there, I'm just going to mark it as to where I want to cut it. There. So as I say, this is like build a journal instead of build a bear. Making it up as you go along. So once you've got a base, you can then, once you've got a base, you can then build on it as you wish. I'll link this edge up again. Have a pocket on top of a pocket. And this again comes down to just using your imagination, thinking about all those hours of videos that you've watched and you've done nothing with. So I'm going to go back to one of the things that I was going to talk about in that earlier video, which was I asked a question on my community page about, have you got into a bad habit of just watching videos and not creating? And what was it you put, Popo? If you're still here, what was your answer? See if she's still here. I don't know if she is. So Missy Popo put, no, she's not here. Missy Popo put, is it a bad habit to just watch YouTube videos? No, it's not. But if you create stuff and that's all that you're doing, then yeah, that's a bad habit to get into, to just keep watching the videos all the time and not making anything. Because the whole point of creators sharing what they've made. Oh, shut up, mother. It's my mother replying to my brother now. The whole point of us showing you things to make is so that you can go off and go and make them. But if all you're doing is watching the videos, there comes a point where you, as the creative, what's the point? What's the point of you going out and buying all those papers if you're not going to do now with them? Okay, so quick recap. We've got an envelope front. We open it up. We've got a double bubble pocket. We're going to flip that open, and we can have pockets on here as well. Now, one of the things we need to remember is we haven't got much of a spine, so we can't put masses and masses in here. All right. So I think I'm going to save that for this backside piece, because I'll do a back to front one where I'll put a pocket on with that, and then that one can go on top of there. So that's the opposite then of that side. With me? With me? Right, let's do that before we do anything else. I think I'm losing the plot. Michael Paul on the edge. You didn't tell me, did you? You didn't tell me. Even if there aren't any kits, they are usually her ideas, because she actually teaches. Work is in the way of me creating. You see, that's something else. I mean, I know that some people have real genuine reasons as to why they're not creating at the moment, and that's fine. But you can't let it be your sole reason forever. I've lost my scissors there. Because otherwise you just end up not creating, and then it means then that you've spent all this money on all these papers and all these glues and blah de blah de blah. So sometimes it's a little bit like me going exercising or eating properly. I make excuses. And I do make excuses. I'm going to trim a bit of that cotton off because that's going to be visible. But then it's just like, you know, it becomes like watching Netflix or a TV series. That's all you do, is you just sit and watch TV all the time. And it was just to get the point across that sometimes we spend so much time watching and not enough doing. And as I say, I know that everyone has specific reasons sometimes, and that's fine. But as I say, there does come a point where you have to say, no, this weekend I am spending some time crafting, or tonight I am spending some time crafting. I mean, if you were going to a night school and doing a course at night school, you would have to allocate that time to do what it is that ever it is that you're learning. So if you use videos like these, getting on my soapbox now, aren't I? If you use videos like these and say, that's my night school class, and I am going upstairs to go and spend, or wherever your craft room is, to go and spend 2 hours on my night course. I mean, I've spent all day today, and I've literally made 4 projects. Each video session has been around about 2 hours. So if you spend roughly 2 hours, you should get a project to a point, using these as your example, to a point where they're almost finished, or, you know, well on their way. Okay, I'm getting down off my soapbox now. But do you hear me? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't even know where I'm gluing now. Where am I gluing? I'm gluing there and there. There and there. I'm gluing across there. And down there. And across there. Oh, who's that building a bookshelf? Oh, Kim. Kim's building bookshelves. Okay, that's going to go on there, like that, like that. Oh, too low. Higher, higher, lower, lower. That's going to go on there. Yeah, we're going to do that one too. We're going to do it to there. Okay, so I'm just following the line on the pattern. And that'll do nicely. Thank you very much. And in fact, this section and this section can now be belly bands. Oh, look at the good use of paper there, Carol. Ooh. What's the excuse for in the day? Most people are at work. Most people. If you have husbands and partners, some of you pander to their whims. Instead of saying, crack on, love. I'm having 2 hours to myself. You crack on and you do what you've got to do. In fact, I tell you what, love, I'm putting you in charge of cooking dinner tonight because I'm going to have a couple of hours to myself. Same with the kids. They can entertain themselves for 2 hours. And just because I don't have any children living with me now, doesn't mean I don't know what I'm talking about. I've had the husband, I've had the children. And we all make excuses for them not being able to do and why you must do for them. And that is not the age we live in. And if you've made your husband and your children that way, then that's your doing, not theirs. Oh, look at me getting all bossy. Sometimes you have to put your foot down with a firm hand. Go, no. Mommy time. Oh dear. I'm going to get loads of thumbs downs now. From people who don't know me and don't understand my sense of humour. And okay, so we've got double pocket, flip the whole thing over, double pocket. Okay, then we're going to open it up. And look, with these 2 strips here, yeah, that's all right. You can lend him to me for an hour or 2 because I'll get him to crack on with doing a bit of housework. There's some jobs that need doing about the place, that need a man's touch with hammer and nails. What's Brenda put? I do what I want. I'm a widower and retired. It's my time after 50 years of marriage and kids. There you go. I'm going to put those 2 on there as belly bands. What do you think? Because then I could put journaling cards underneath there. Yes, no, maybe. What do you reckon? Come on, this is build a journal. Build a journal on the go. I'm going to bring that camera forward a little bit. There we go. Yes, I will be pleased with the 2 I finished today. Oh, you finished 2. Well done, Linda. Cindy says swap them. I like that. And send him home when he's done. Yeah, I'm happy to do. If you all want to send your husbands here for a couple of hours every day for the next week, I'd be more than happy. Got plenty of jobs that need doing around my place. Okay, so we're going to do belly bands, yeah? Happy with the belly band situation? Okay, we're going in. We're going in with the belly bands. Build a journal. Maybe that's what I should call this series. Build a journal. fancy. Now we're not doing no fancy so far. There's nothing fancy in any of what we've done so far. So if any of you come back and say, I can't do it, I'm going to call you a liar. I'm going to say, you're telling me porcupines. Mine is always relieved when I shove off to the craft room. We can watch rubbish TV in peace. Oh, Jill says if she lived around the corner, she would do me jobs for me. Oh, can't you move, Jill? So I've got to a point now where even hoovering, dusting, washing windows, mopping floors have now become physical impossibilities. I really, really struggle to just do those jobs. But whilst I've got the builders have not finished, they were only supposed to be here for 2 days. They're not finished, so they're coming back. And I've got them doing a couple of jobs whilst they're here. Like, whilst you're here, can you just put me a batten of wood up there and put me a batten of wood up there? Right, so I'm just gluing top and bottom for now. Don't want glue in the middle. That can go there. And that one can go up there. Okay, to the side. Oh, there's Sequin. That's what we should call her, isn't it? So we shouldn't call her, it's Carol, isn't it? We shouldn't call her Carol anymore. We should call her Sequin. Oh, Helen would be over helping me as well if she was a neighbour. See, I need neighbours like you guys. None of them speak to you around here. They're dead funny. I went round, before the builders came, I went round to go and tell the lass next door, because she works nights, to say, just wanted to let you know that the builders are going to be at my place for 2 days hammering the wall that is attached to your house. Well, do you know, you thought that I'd gone round and asked her for 100 quid. From the look on her face, she was a bit like, oh, and you're telling me because? I was like, well, you know, I just thought because you were on nights. Oh, I'm not working them nights. I'm like, okay, right, see you then, bye. She's only a young lass. Oh. So I'm only trying to be neighbourly. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Start at the beginning. Open it up. We got a pocket. We got a double pocket and a double pocket. Open it up. We got a belly band and a belly band. Close that up. We got a pocket and a pocket. And we got a pocket. And then close that. Oh, I've not had a brew and beach session in ages. Not in ages. Okay, open it up. Open it up. And open them out. Okay. What we're going to do in here. I am going to wait for suggestions from yourselves as to what we're going to do on these inside pages, because you're helping me on this build a journal. I missed what Kim put. See, I'm reading chat now whilst I'm waiting for you guys. Oh, I missed what Kim put now. Max has put her thinking face on. Julie said, stamp backgrounds first. Come on, ladies, I want some suggestions as to what we're doing on this inside bit. Please. Corner tucks. Not sure what to do because of the thin spin. Melissa's only here for my accent, so she don't really give it two shoots about what it is that I'm making. She just come to listen to me talking. Put a colourful pocket on the dark side. Can't just keep having pockets. What about any kind of pages? What we're going to write on? If we're making it into a journal, what we're going to write on? Are we going to add any pages? A waterfall, okay. I don't know because, I missed that. Could get a couple of photo spots and a journal spot. Put a few pages like a signature. Or about a flip up. A tip in. A slim waterfall. And just put, I feel it needs to be something, wow. All four backgrounds are the same pattern. Big bottom pockets in matching prints, each holding a big tag. Put a notebook in my pocket then. Water pages to write on. Make a waterfall on the dark side. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Am I going to use that? Am I going to use that? I'm going to use that. Oh, no, I'm not. I could use. But where have I put them? Where did I put them? I don't know where I put them. No, we're not using them then because I don't know where they've gone. Okay. I've got my lovely parchment paper. So I'm going to get 2 sheets of that out. It's got almost like a slight waxy feel to it. I'm going to get 2 sheets of coffee dyed paper. Oh, I'm putting up more ideas now. Page with a fold in the middle that opens. A folded notebook like a concertina on one side. Oh, you see, you're coming up with loads of ideas now. So you can all crack on and make your own. This is where we find out why we watch and Carol makes. So, you know where I put the micropore on there? Okay. And it's also on that side too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a strip of fabric on here. Now I've got this one out, but I think it's the wrong colour when you look at all the others. So I'm going to take this piece of paper. I'm just going to take it across to some of my fabric, and I'll be back in a minute once I've chosen the fabric. And you'll see why in a minute. Ooh, that might work. First bag. Okay. Oh, might not work. The back side of it might work. Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie, big good bunker. The boss always knows. Oh, that would be quite nice too. So, as you can see, these look a little bit sort of yellowy, goldy, whereas this is pinky and browny. But there's nothing to say that you can't use the back side of the fabric. There's no rules. You don't have to use the front side, you can use the back side. So that's a bit nondescript. But this one might work. If I use the back side of it. See? That would work. So I think I'm going to use that one. Let's just have a look at this green one. This has got green and pink and blues in. No. Nah, that's no good. Let's have a look at the back of this roses one. Oh, actually, the back of that might work, look. You probably won't be able to see the colour definition, but there's a little bit of pink showing through there. Is there enough to go the full length? There is if I go that way. Okay, right. We'll do that. We'll do that. Fabric scissors. What's that if you don't ask? What? Who's asked me what? Eh? What? Do you what? Eh? What? No dents in your other. Had the best practice if that. I don't know what Teresa asked. I missed it. Is it something I need to know about? Little snip and a rip. Oh, that didn't rip very well, did it? Let's do a bit further in. There we go. And I'm going to do it to about, let's see, 1.5 inches-ish. Get rid of all them bits. Push all that fabric to one side. Okay, seam binding next. Oh look, I'm ending up with too many piles of stuff over here now and I can't find out. Right, dump you on the floor. Dump you on the floor. Pink seam binding, that will do. Now I'm going to put a big bit down. Okay. Ooh. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there to just hold that seam binding in place. And then, right, so roughly either side of that micropore is where the fabric's going to sit. This might end up being like a total piece of rubbish, but at least we've had fun creating something a little bit different from scratch with no plan. I love it when you don't have a plan sometimes and you just grab a load of bits and off you go. Okay. Well, I do. I don't know about anyone else. Okay, so we'll go at the top. Then I'm going to snip that bit at the bottom, put my hand on and rip it, hopefully. She says, hopefully. Come on. I tell you what, that's not going to rip. Let me cut it. That's going to be easier. It'll end up fraying anyway. Okay, coffee paper first. Let's see how wide that is. So, there to there. Okay, right. So, that should now be roughly the width of the... Yeah, that's the width of the card. If I fold it in half, well, not in half, but if I fold it so that this top bit is now the width of the card. Was wondering about the glue too. What was that about the glue? So this is Fabri-Tac, which is the glue that I always use for my fabric. So can you see now this bit extends beyond? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck that in. Right. I'm going to do the same with a piece of parchment. Measure it against the card. Fold it over. With this bit, I'm going to fold it back on itself that way. And slot one inside t'other. And another piece of coffee dyed. And this time I'm going to fold it in half. Then fold that back a little bit so I can stick that bit then down. Right, so I folded that little bit over so I can stick that down top and bottom, so I've got a little tuck spot there. And flip it over, do the same with the other bit. Right, and we can stick that one in there. Piece of parchment. Okay. Right. Yeah. One end. Fold over, fold over. Ooh, that was skew, Carol. There we go. And then this top bit, I could fold that corner down. There we go. So then I can glue that edge down, and then I've got a long tall pocket there. Okay. And I am just going to clip those together. There. and there, and there. And then I can stitch that where that 1/8 of an inch is there. I can stitch it through that fabric. Once it's stitched in place and I've decorated the envelopes on the front, I can put another piece of fabric on top of that. So I'm going to put that there, so that's now lined up with that. I'm going to open that up like that. So I'm going to stitch this one in flat. So normally I keep it angled, but this one I'm going to keep flat. Make sure it's in the right place. Okay, thread. And needle. Clear the deck so you can see what it is that I'm doing. Okay. Poker tool. I'm going to poke one in the middle. Turn it sideways on so I can see better then. One in the middle ish. Again, I'm only going to do 3 holes on this. Make sure I've got it. Yes, look, see, it's come through the micropore on the back between the 2 layers. So one in the middle, one top, one bottom, because there's no fancy extra doodly bits. So I don't need a 5 hole, I only need a 3. Okay. Down the middle, up the top, back to the middle, flip it over, down to the bottom, it's become quite cumbersome. Right, make sure it's all pulled in nice and tightly. Feed it underneath that last thread. Knot it once to hold it in place, and then form a loop and pop it through that loop twice. Clip off the excess. Get rid of them. Close them. Hold one way, press. Hold the other way, press. I'm going to use this very lightly to just hold that in place. Let's do a little bow. In fact, I should have put my seam binding on top of the fabric and not underneath it. But live and learn. Chop off that excess there. So that if I hold that upright now, fold that over, and close it, hopefully. Right, so this is causing a little bit of a blockage because that's a little bit long, so I'm just going to trim a little bit off there. The joys of making things up as you go along is sometimes you have to trim a bit of the excess off. And I can square this up later, because that one that I just cut was as straight as a donkey's hind leg. Ta-da! So we've got a signature in there now. Okay, let me have a toot on my rootin' tootin'. All the time and stuff, I didn't quite understand. All of a sudden it makes sense. Yes, because sometimes I'm too busy. Way hong the chat. Designing the mansion with hot tub. Definitely missed bits. I don't know what they're all talking about now. Okay, so let's go through it as though we're opening it up as a journal. So front cover, which is the envelope, pocket, 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 open up the card, belly band, open up the card. Still yet to decide. I need to alter that because that is pulling the fabric away. So I might need to snip into that fabric. Make a bit of a hash job with that. Got a little mini signature in the center. So we'll close that up, flip that over, open that up. Same on this side because Carol made a boo-boo. Close that up. Close that up. Da, 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 da. And then I can undo this, and then I've got my signature there. So what do you reckon to that so far? She loves, so Julie says, but I love this project and think it will be the first one I make of them all. Jill's watching all the replays. Kim's watching all the replays. Julie's put, I heart this. I think she likes it. Now, I get to a point sometimes where, because I'm not quite sure what I want to do next, I think that what I need to do is I need to continue like decorating the front cover. I need to put a strip of fabric on the spine area here so that it wraps around to the front and to the back, because that will help to support now that little mini signature that's there. I need to sort of just have a look at my papers, decide if I want to put paper on this side of the envelope, and if I do, I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. I need to think about what I want to put on these 2 pages here. Bearing in mind, I can't afford to bulk it out too much because there's not enough of a spine to be able to bulk it out. But I want to sort out that bit of fabric first before I think about what's going to go on there. I might make a waterfall of parchment paper on there, intermingled with the paper from the paper pad. So then I could do a parchment piece which would be written on, a patterned piece which could then hold a photograph, another parchment piece which could be written on, and so on and so forth. I might put a selection of little mini envelopes on here so that I can open those up and put a little journaling card in there. Do you see what I mean? There's lots of different little options, and I need sometimes to step away from a project to think it through as to what I think it needs. I think that having the I'll just show you. I think that having the having the vellum envelopes, the lace ones, might need to be these little ones. So I could put 2 of those little vellum envelopes there and there. I could cut this oval and have that on there just as a decorative element, or I could put the big lace envelope sideways on this section here, which I think I might do. But then that's going to be fairly blank then, apart from that piece. So do you see what I mean by, like, I'm going to have to just stop and just have a little think, because what if I stick, say, this envelope on here, do I want the background decorated? In which case then it could be too busy. Need to have a little think on that, methinks. And of course I need to cut that down straight. So I need to cut that down straight. I need to sort that bit of fabric out so that that's not pulling it across. Okay, so let's choose a paper and I'll show you how to decorate the inside of the envelope. So we need a paper now that's going to go with these. I don't like that flower on there at all. Nothing so far. Nothing's tickling me fancy. Oh, maybe that one. Maybe that one. Right, I think this one. Question asked, what make is the paper pad, please? It's not one I recognise. It says Ursus. I tried looking it up and I couldn't find it. There you go. If that's any help, there's the number. Art number 40940099. I think it might be German. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, herzlichen Glückwunsch. I think that's German, isn't it? So I think it's a German paper. Okay, I am wanting this top part of the paper. I don't want them horrible flowers. So I can see that, get my pencil again. If I cut that off there, and then I'm using that part of the paper. Put that in there. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slot that inside the envelope. And then I'm going to draw around. Crummy neck. That scared me to death. Okay, so when I pull that out, I've now got the shape on there that I need to cut out. I'm cutting on the inside edge of the line. And hopefully that should fit on there. Okay, so we'll ink that up and we'll glue it in place. See you, Brenda. I think I might have missed her. Bye. Toodle pups. What was Margaret asking? Have a great day. I've only got one left now, and I don't know whether Tracy wants it, because I've tucked into the other two. It's been up on Pop-Up Shop for 2 months, so if you're not paying attention on Pop-Up Shop, you're going to miss out. So I know that next month's project, there's going to be a few of you that are going to go, "No, I wish I'd got one of them now." So you really need to pay attention when it's Pop-Up Shop and see what's coming up, because I only have limited numbers of the kits, and once they're gone, that's it. I can't make any more up. And I, on average, normally I have round about 20. I think she said yes this morning. What did I say yes to, Maureen? Yeah, Margaret ordered an extra one because she ordered one the month before. Well, you shouldn't miss out on the Pop-Up Shop, Helen. It's open all weekend. And the kits don't sell within the first 5 minutes. They normally go within the first day, but not normally the first sort of 5-10 minutes. Okay. I need to rub off my pencil marks. Let's get rid of them. Okay. Glue, 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 glue. Oh, that's it then. Maureen saying Tracy wanted the kit. So that's the last kit. Gone to our Tracy. Right, so I'm placing glue around all of this and then all over. And that will sit like that. Yeah, so we've now got that decorated up. Obviously it's not going to reach the top or the bottom because the paper is smaller, but there's no reason why I can't add any lace or ink it up. Right, and again what I would tend to do is I would do my faux stitching lines. again, I'm not going to decide just yet what paper I want on the front. Have a little think about that and think about what image I want on there and how that's going to be displayed. There we go. Right, so of course then I can look at adding bits of lace on here, bits of ribbon. I have got, let me get them out to show you. One drop, that drop. I've got loads of these in my stash, which would, that one actually would look really lovely on there. Well, I think I might do that now. And again, I've had these ages, so I don't know where they're from, because a friend of mine was selling a load of her stash off, and I got these from her. I think that there might have been a create and craft product. Look at that on there. Super bloody duper. Hang on, I'm going to have to do it that way around. So these are like fabric ribbons. Me likey that. I've got all these different I'm just seeing if there's another one to go. Ooh, that alphabet one could be quite nice. On to the side, maybe. No. Nah, we don't like that. I wish I'd got another piece long enough of that. Did I have another piece long enough? Oh, I did. Didn't think I had. So I think I'm going to have to put that on that long bit there. That goes beautifully with that paper. Loving it. Spin it round again, Carol, so you can't cut it that way. Love that one there. Oh, me likey. Me likey. Then I've got my peel offs, so I could add a little bit of peel off on that. So yeah. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da. That oval. Little mini journal pages. Maybe another oval. Flip that open. Maybe a selection of little mini envelopes. Cover the back of that. And then decide on the paper for the front and the back cover. Check me out. Not bad considering my brain is addled and it's been on the go with this all day. And still a ton of paper left. I'm not going to do any more on that. So I want to do, excuse me, a little bit of thinking about that. Okay, let me just clear the decks up a minute, because there's something that I wanted to show you, which I didn't get a chance to show you earlier because of my daughter phoning. Oh God, I've got your cups now. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. I'm surprised I'm still making sense. Put that back in there. I need a slurp of cold tea. What's left of it. I'm going to be finishing in a minute. I said 6 till 8 and it's now 20 to 8. So I just want to show you one more thing. Ask anyone if anyone's got any questions. And then ours calling it a day. So don't forget, I've got this little gold one as well. Oh, my envelope stuck where it shouldn't have stuck. Oh, I have to cover that over now. So I've got this little gold one that I can do as well. That's sticky on the envelope sticking. So I've got that one to do too. What am I looking for? Okay. This. And this. And that. And was it this one? Yep, was that one. No, it wasn't. It was this one. And I need a long envelope. God knows where they could be now. Oh, is that one? No. Oh, I'll just use an ordinary size envelope. Okay, ordinary size envelope. But it could be a long one to match this journal, but we'll do an ordinary sized one. Fold it in half. You may, depending on the thickness of however this ends up, you may need to do a spine rather than folding it in half. Okay, so you may need to fold it to about there. To about there. So that you end up with a spine. Okay, you could do this just with a piece of card. It doesn't have to be an envelope. Now, I saw this on Eva from Bohemian Crafting and I loved it. I thought, oh, I need to do one of those. So remember that this isn't made up, this particular one. So do you remember me saying how it's got a pocket on the front here? And it's got a pocket on the back there. The closure, instead of this one, could be this, which was tucked into a pocket there and tucked into, put it out a bit, the pocket on the back. So that becomes the closure. How genius is that? So to open it, all you got to do is pull that out. So that tucks into there. I think, if I remember correctly, I think she did it with tags. She had 2 tags and they were joined together, either with a chain or I wish I could remember which video it was now. But I thought, well, it kind of works with, if you can get them in at the same time, it kind of works with just a bit of card. Come on, in you go. And especially if you do them, in you go, come on. Especially if you do it with a bit of a spine. Now, this one is the same, isn't it? Because now I did it on this one, where it's open there and it's open there. So I could do it on this one too. Put that in there and that in there. If I can find the video again, which one it was, I'll link it. Don't hold your breath. It might be a while before I get to find it. There you go, look. sat nav keeps that shut. And you wouldn't know. When you look at that, you would go, wow, is that closed up? I think you would need some kind of string around it to be able to pull it out. So you could put a string around, maybe with a tassel on it or something. That would look quite nice, wouldn't it? But I quite liked that idea. So again, Ava got it right. She comes up with some fabulous ideas. So that's what we've done today, is that and that. We've done that one and the one that's in there and that one. We've done that one and that one. And we've done the builder journal as well. So we've got loads done today. You've got loads of different ideas to have a go at. For those of you that bought the kit, you've got loads of ideas to have a go at now with all your papers. And I'm not wanting any excuses. And I'm wanting to see pictures on group of what you've made using either today's videos or the kit that you purchased. Julie's put, I follow this lady called Carol Tinson who suggested we keep a list of ideas we like and would like to make. You may want to take her advice, Mrs. Boss. No, but it was probably like middle of the night when I was watching it, Julie. And I've got several playlists, personal playlists on my YouTube channel that where I've split them into categories and I've put certain ones in different categories. So it might be one of the ones that I've saved in there. Yeah, cut me some slack, Julie. What are you doing? Oh, give her the sack. Oh, Maureen, I thought you were on my side then. I thought you said cut her some slack. Well, that's it. I've gone off YouTube now. Okay, does anybody have any questions before I go? Because, as I say, I am taking the rest of the night off and I am taking tomorrow off. Will you be showing us how to correct the material pulling? The material pulling. You mean that bit in there? I should have put the fabric down first and then put the seam binding on the top, but I put the seam binding underneath. Is that what you meant, Janet? Jill's put, thank you for this. It's the first time I have caught you as it's 6:30 in New Zealand. Well, welcome, Jill. I'm glad you were able to join us and I hope you've enjoyed it. So yeah, there's nothing to show really, Janet. As I say, I should have put the fabric down first and then I should have put the seam binding on the top, but I'll put the seam binding underneath it. That's all. I'll come back and I'll do some more on this, but not for a couple of days. I'm done in now. Thank you very much, Julie. Thank you very much, Linda. You're very welcome, Janet. Oh, I'm having a tote on my doings. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Well, tomorrow I shall be sorting out and tidying up this room because it really does look like a bomb city because I've got all the royal stuff over there, over there, over there, and it's on the floor over there. Then I've got all of this lot surrounding me. If anything, I'm kind of pinned in, surrounded by papers and books. Well, thank you very much, Sequin. I can't stop calling you that now. That's what you're going to be called from now on. You do realise that, don't you? I do like to give people little nicknames. So you're Sequin. So just so as you know, you said it. we're using it. Oh dear. Well, thank you very much for joining me today, especially the moderators. They've been brilliant, because it is their own free time that they give up to come and entertain you guys and help you out if you get stuck on anything. So thank you very much to Maureen and Julie. Maureen especially, she's been here all day. Julie wasn't able to come to one session, and then Max has joined us, and this morning Tracy's joined us. I don't think Natalie's been in today, but I might have missed her, so I'm not sure. Oh, my name is Sturdy, is called Turdy. That's not very pleasant. I'm not going to call you that. I think YouTube might have me up. Oh dear. Okay, ladies. Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's been lovely having you all here with me all day on this Sunday, rather than me sat at home twiddling my thumbs. And as I say, we will be doing this once a month, an all-day Sunday session. All right, and it will be using the kits that I sell in the pop-up shop, but you can use your own materials as well. Please have a go at doing some of these. Please share on other groups if you belong to other groups, or share with your friends what you've seen today. And if you give me a thumbs up, and even just pop a quick comment in the comments bit below as to whether you've enjoyed the videos or not, that would very much be appreciated. Margaret question. Margaret. Can't see. I can't see where Margaret's put a question. Would you like to tell me what it is? And I know that I haven't got round to answering anyone's comments on the live YouTubes recently, and that's just busy. And obviously I had the builders here as well. Margaret, would it be helpful to laminate the closure? I think it would make it maybe a bit too stiff, if you're on about that folding in one that Eva's done. I'll have to find Eva's video if I can. And as I say, I think she just used tags, put a couple of tags in. Do the comments help you? Yes, because it shows that the YouTube algorithms shows that it's being appreciated, and then with me commenting on it, so the more comments and me commenting on your comments helps the algorithms there as well. It's all sorts of little tiny places that YouTube's algorithms pick up on. So, and if any of you want to buy me a cup of coffee, that would be very much appreciated. Bohemian Crafter. What was Eva's full name or channel? So it's Eva, she's it's the Bohemian Crafter. Let me just see if I can get her channel up, and then I'll put the link up for you. Bohemian Crafting. Bohemian Crafting. Oh, I didn't want to do that. You daft moo. You wanted to do that. And then do that. And then do that. And then come back to that. Go on to... No, we didn't want that one. I'll be back in a minute. Let me just refresh that. Oh, computer's on a bit of a go slow now. It's like, oh, you wanted me to do more stuff. Come on. There we go. Don't want the adverts. Okay. There you go. So there's Eva's channel. Bohemian Crafting. Yeah, she giggles a lot. No, because I do it all the time, Max. Max says, you're talking to yourself, Carol. Do we need to worry? Nah, that's about normal. She likes quite grungy. She loves Tim Holtz and she loves quite grungy, but she's very, very inventive. Very inventive. So she tends not to use paper pads or digital kits too much. I've lost my own video now. Don't know where I've gone to be able to see you all on chat. Bear with me a minute. My channel, correct. My video, correct. And I want live chat. There you go. All right, ladies, I'm off. Thank you very much for joining me, as I've said before, 6 million trillion billion times. Brenda, if I don't get to chat to you before, I can't remember Brenda A or Brenda B. I think it was Brenda B. No, Brenda A. One of you's going away with your girl guidey thingy what's-its. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit brain dead now. Have a lovely time, because I probably won't speak to you beforehand. And you're very welcome. And I shall see you all again, Murky Buckets. See you all again really soon. Take care. Night-night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.